Greetings, it's your host Freddie Taylor here at ThinkTaylor.com, reminding you to think Taylor when your web marketing needs a boost. Today we're talking about how to select your domain name. A domain name is your business's web address to be found on the internet. The name typically ends with .com, .net, .org, .tv, .info, .co, and there's even more options available. The point is to allow your customers, clients, and even business partners to find your website. Your website is a 24/7, 365 advertising and marketing for your business if your market can find you. Selecting a domain name is an important step for you, so we wanted to shed some light and insight on this process. .com, .net, .org are the most respected and expected endings, but you may have a need for the others in the future. It's your call. But remember these things before making your selection. Number one, it's easy to remember. The shorter the name, the better. Your market already has enough on its mind. Keep it short, keep it clear, keep it concise. Brandable. My suggestion would be to brand your company name or your name. After all, this is what you're going to be pushing when you're out in front of your target market. Now all they have to do is remember .com, which most people are going, if they're looking for your company on the internet, they're just going to add that to the back side of your name anyway. So you may as well be there. If you notice on my site, it's thinktaylor.com. That's the name that I'm branding. It's easy to remember, and it's built into my overall marketing scheme. Number three, available. Oftentimes the name we want isn't available. You must be flexible unless you want to buy the domain from the owner. This could be expensive depending on the name and a couple of other variables, but mostly considering the name desirability and interest of the domain address. Suggestions for selecting a website domain name. The suggestions I would have for you when you are going through the process of selecting your domain name goes as follows. Number one, make a list. Make a list of possible domain names. Write down all the names that you would consider and the variations to them that would be acceptable to you. You can always add more or not even use some of those if you like. Check availability. Here's a great resource for selecting domain names. GoDaddy.com. I use them all the time for this, but I may or may not purchase my domain with them. I definitely am not going to recommend their hosting at the moment, although to be honest and fair, it isn't bad. There are worse decisions that could be made, but that's for another video. Number three, decide. Pull the trigger on a domain and go for it. Go with it. If you would like, you can also purchase the .com, .org, or .net of your domain just to own all three. Just be aware that there will be extra yearly fees associated with this domain name. Domains run anywhere from $8 to $25 a year depending on the type you select and where you purchase. Just make sure that it's easy to remember and available. Make the decision and move on to the next step, which is typically selecting your hosting company. We'll cover that in a future episode. But for now, it's your host, Freddie Taylor, here with ThinkTaylor.com, reminding you to think Taylor when your web marketing